The public has had its say on a review of the Defence Forces, which is set to produce the first so-called white paper in over a decade. The last of 14 nationwide public consultations about the New Zealand Defence Force wound up last night at Upper Hutt near Wellington.
The final consultation meeting got off to a rowdy start, courtesy of a small band of protesters unhappy at the SAS's recent deployment to Afghanistan.
You didn't have the politeness, ladies, to actually...
Yeah, well, you didn't have the politeness not to send our troops back to Afghanistan, where people are dying. And thanks to the SAS, a lot of people are being... Excuse me, I'm glad to know that you're going to take my submissions. Can you explain why New Zealand troops were riding on a bomb? Because at the time when those New Zealand troops were there, there were no SAS in Afghanistan.
Come on, man. Come on, please go.
The only people that were meant to be there were staff officers and provincial reconstruction team. Can you explain what those troops were doing, Minister?
No one's stopping you.
Can you explain how New Zealand expects... Can you explain how New Zealand is going to get any assurances that Hamid Karzai and his lackeys aren't going to torture Afghanis over there? Can you explain any of those things, Minister? I didn't think so, because you have no explanation for those things. And once again, New Zealand is going to continue to be involved in a war of occupation in Afghanistan. And overwhelmingly, people do not support the deployment of the SAS to Afghanistan.
We have your submission. We've heard what you've got to say. We've got the piece of paper. Thank you very much.
Occupation isn't liberation. Occupation isn't liberation. Occupation isn't liberation. Occupation isn't liberation.